Hello friends, this is Dr. Vandana Vijay, and in today's video we are going to discuss about structure and union in C programming language. So let us start. First, we will discuss the definition of a structure. Structure is a composition of different variables of different data types which are grouped under the same name. It is a user-defined data type which hold or store heterogeneous or different types of data item or element in a single variable. It is a combination of primitive and derived data type. The variables inside the structure, they are called the members of the structure, and each element of the structure is a member. Struct keyword is used to define or to create a structure. For example, if we want to store the employee's information, that is every employee ID, employee name and employer salary, then we can make use of a structure. The syntax for the structure is as follows. We have to use the struct keyword along with the structure name, then some members like we can have employer ID, employer name and employer salary. So each member will have its own data type. So in this way we can define any structure. Let us take an example. Suppose in this example we are taking employee as the structure. So it is having three members as we can see on the screen. Integer ID, that is ID is the first member, name data type character second member, and salary that is having the data type float third member. Now here in the box we can see struct is the keyword, employee is the name of the structure along with the three members. Now the memory allocation for the structure is as follows. The first, suppose we are having student as a structure along with the three members, then student name with the length of 30 characters, then 30 bytes will be allocated. Roll number as the integer data type, then 2 bytes will be allocated. Percentage as the float data type, then 4 bytes will be allocated. So total 36 bytes will be allocated for a single variable of structure named as student. Now let us see an example. Here in the blue screen you can see the first three lines, that is hash, include stdio.h, conio.h and string.h are the header files. Then after the header files we are defining a structure with the help of struct keyword. Here the structure is employee along with three members ID, name and salary. Then the structure is closed with the help of semicolon and the main function starts. In the main function, we are declaring the variables E1 and E2 of the structure employee. So this is the first way we can declare the variables inside the main function. Now as we declare E1 variable, then the sum memory, that is 2 for ID, 50 for name and 4 for salary, that is total 56 bytes will be allocated for E1 variable, and for second variable E2 another 56 bytes will be allocated. Then we are assigning a value E1.id, means to the first employee we are assigning 101 ID value, and we are assigning a name Ram with the help of string copy function. To the second variable, that is the E2, we are assigning a value 102, and with the help of string copy function we are assigning a name Sham. In this way we can assign some values to a structure variables. So for assigning the value we have write the variable's name, like E1 we have to use the dot operator along with the member of the function like ID or name. So this is the first way how we can declare the variables. Second way is, that is arrow is representing the first way. Second way is that we can declare the variables along with the structure definition. Here the struct keyword, then student is the structure along with the three members, and as we are not closing the structure, first we are declaring the two variables, that is S1 and S2, and after that we are using the semicolon, means we can declare the variables along with the structure definition as well as with the main. So these are the two ways in which we can declare the structure variable, and it is very important to declare the variables of any structure if we want to use its member. So the first way says that we can declare the variables inside the main function, like the last line struct employee E1 into, that is inside the main function, and the second way says that we can declare the variables along with the structure definition, the last line E1 comma E2 then colon sign, semicolon sign. Now let us see an example. Here we are using patient as a structure, and we are defining three members to it: height, weight and age. Now we want to assign some values, so we can also assign the value in two ways. Firstly, struct patient P1. Here P1 is the variable declaration. Along with the variable declaration, we are providing three values: 180.75 as an height, 73 as an weight and 23 as an age. This is the first way we can assign some values to a variable of a structure. The second way is we can separately provide the values. हम अलग अलग height, weight और age को value provide कर सकते हैं, जिसके लिए हमें उस structure के variable को use करना पड़ेगा. Like P1 dot operator लगाना पड़ेगा, height use करना पड़ेगा equals to 180.75, then P1 dot weight is equals to 73 and P1 dot age is equals to 23. So with the help of OR keyword, I am clearly specifying on my slide that there are two ways to initialize the value. हम value को initialize करने के भी हमारे पास दो तरीके हैं. हम एक साथ सारे मेंबर्स को वैल्यू दे सकते हैं, जैसा कि हमने फर्स्ट किया है, और के बाद जो हमने लिखा है, हम हर मेंबर को अलग अलग वैल्यू दे सकते हैं. इसके बाद हम देखेंगे Again we have two ways to access the structure members. इन structure के members तक पहुंचने का, उनको access करने के भी दो तरीके हैं. हम dot operator भी use कर सकते हैं और हम arrow operator भी use कर सकते हैं. Now let us see an example. हमने यहाँ पर एक एग्जाम्पल लिया है जिसके अंदर मैंने एम्प्लॉय नाम का एक स्ट्रक्चर बनाया है और उसके अंदर आप देख सकते हैं मैंने तीन मेंबर्स लिए हैं: आईडी, नेम एंड सैलरी. नाउ वॉइड मेन के अंदर हम जा रहे हैं. देन स्ट्रक्चर एम्प्लॉय ई, स्मॉल ई इज द वेरिएबल. मैंने मेन फंक्शन के अंदर वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर किया है, दैट इज फर्स्ट मेथड यूज किया है. उसके बाद मैंने प्रिंटफ लिखा है एंड आई एम आस्किंग और प्रिंटिंग अ मैसेज, एंटर प्लीज एम्प्लॉय आईडी, नेम एंड सैलरी. इसके बाद हम यूजर से तीन वैल्यू एंटर कराने वाले हैं, तो हमने तीन स्कैनर फंक्शन यूज किए हैं. पहले वाले के अंदर जैसे ही यूजर एम्प्लॉयर आईडी डालेगा तो वो चला जाएगा %e.id, यानी कि जो फर्स्ट मेंबर है आईडी, वहां पर हमारा एम्प्लॉयर आईडी चला जाएगा. नेम हम एंटर करेंगे तो सेकंड मेंबर के पास चला जाएगा, और जैसे सैलरी एंटर करेंगे तो e.sal के थ्रू वो थर्ड मेंबर के पास चला जाएगा. और फिर लास्ट में हमने तीन प्रिंट एफ स्टेटमेंट यूज किए हैं इस प्रोग्राम के अंदर, जो कि हमारे इन वैल्यूज को स्क्रीन पर प्रिंट कराएंगे. तो इस तरह से हम किसी भी स्ट्रक्चर के वेरिएबल को डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं और यूजर से उसकी वैल्यू को इनपुट कराकर आउटपुट स्क्रीन पे डिस्प्ले भी कर सकते हैं आसानी से. Now let us see a difference between array and structure, because normally एग्जाम्स के अंदर इन दोनों के ऊपर डिफरेंस पे क्वेश्चन आता है. तो हम देख लेते हैं. Array is a collection of homogeneous data. Homogeneous means similar data. Suppose we want to store 100 students name और 1000 students name. जब हमें 1000 या 100 students के नेम को स्टोर करना है, नेम का मतलब we are requiring a string or an array of character, so in that case we will be using simple array. But if we want to store each student name, age, height, percentage, that is heterogeneous data, different types of data, then we will be requiring structure. So next difference is array data are accessed using index value, while the structure elements are accessed using dot operator. Third is array always allocate static memory, while the structure always allocate dynamic memory, that is during runtime. Array elements access take less time than the structure, while the structure takes more time than array. Now here are some advantages and disadvantages of structure. Advantages: first we will focus on structures store more than one data type of the same object together. It is helpful when you want to store data of different or similar data types such as name, address, phone number of the same object. It makes it quite easy to maintain the entire record, as we represent complete record using a single name. The structure allows passing a whole set of record to any function with the help of a single parameter. An array of structure can also be created to store multiple data of similar type. Disadvantages are as follows. If the complexity of the project goes increases, it becomes quite hard to manage all your data members. Making changes to one data structure in a program make it necessary to change at several other places, so it becomes quite difficult to track all the changes. The structure requires more storage space as it allocates memory to each and every data member. The structure takes more storage. So to remove these disadvantages, unions were created. So now let us see what is a union. Union is a special data type which is available in C that allows to store different data types in the same memory location. Unions are conceptually similar to the structure. The syntax is also similar. The only difference is that in structure each and every member have its own storage location. दोनों के बीच में सिर्फ इतना फर्क है कि स्ट्रक्चर के जितने भी मेंबर्स होते हैं उन सबको अलग अलग स्टोरेज मेमोरी लोकेशन अलॉट होती है, जबकि यूनियन के अंदर ऐसा नहीं होता है। उसके जितने भी मेंबर्स होते हैं उन सबको एक कॉमन एरिया अलॉट होता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर स्ट्रक्चर हमने एम्प्लॉय नाम का बनाया है और हमने दो मेंबर्स रखे हैं, एक हमने कैरेक्टर रखा है x और एक फ्लोट रखा है y, तो टोटल जो मेमोरी अलॉट होगी वो 5 बाइट्स होगी, x के लिए 1 बाइट और y के लिए 4 बाइट्स, क्योंकि फ्लोट डेटा टाइप 4 बाइट्स लेता है, कैरेक्टर 1 लेता है, तो टोटल हमें 5 बाइट्स अलॉट होगी अगर वो एक स्ट्रक्चर है। लेकिन अगर वो यूनियन है तो डिक्लेरेशन वगैरह सब सेम है स्ट्रक्चर के लिए, लेकिन जो मेमोरी एलोकेट होगी वो केवल 4 बाइट्स होगी। मींस यूनियन के पास दो मेंबर्स हैं, एक x और एक y। इन दोनों में से वो मेंबर जिसकी मेमोरी स्पेस रिक्वायरमेंट ज़्यादा है वो ही मेमोरी अलॉट होगी, जो लोअर वाला है उसके लिए मेमोरी अलॉट नहीं होगी। इट मीन्स x और y दोनों के दोनों 4 बाइट्स को शेयर करेंगे। सो दैट इज द मेन डिफरेंस बिटवीन द स्ट्रक्चर एंड द यूनियन। Now let us see an example of union also. Union का structure syntax अगर हम देखें तो again we have to use the keyword union, then union name, then its member 1, member 2, likewise member n. Let us see an example. Employee, then employee is having ID, name and salary. Now in this case for the ID we will be requiring 2 bytes, for the name we will be requiring 50 bytes, and for the salary we will be requiring 4 bytes. So 50 plus 2, 52 plus 4, that is 56. But in this case we will be having only 50 bytes, that is the largest size of the member will be having the whole memory. Now here example, you can see we are declaring a variable E1, union employee, integer ID, character name 15, even. Even is the variable. Now in the main, we are going to assign some value 101. Then we are string copy function. With the help of string copy function, we are assigning a name Sono Jaiswal, and we are printing the employer ID and the name. Now here it will be the output, ID will be whatever we have input and the name. Now we will see another example. In union we are having record named as the union and 3 member x, y and ch. X integer, y float and ch is for the character. Now here the total number of bytes allocated will be 4, that is for the y variable, because this member is having the largest size. Now in this program, to the x member we are assigning 87 value, to the y member we are assigning 90.2 value, and to the ch member we are assigning d value. Now all these 3 members, they are sharing a common space, so when we are going to print their value, then some garbage value will be printed for x variable, for y variable, and only ch variable will be printed with their exact value, because the last value we have assigned d variable, that will be overwritten over x and y. So this is the basic difference between the structure and the union. In structure each member will be allocated a separate value, while in union all the members will be using a common share memory location. Now let us see the advantages of union. Union takes less memory space as compared to the structure, because the larger size data members can access directly, while using a union it is used when you want to use less memory space for different data members, and it allocates memory size to all its data member to the size of its largest data member. Disadvantage, it accesses to only one data member at a time. It allocates one single common memory space to all its data member, which are shared between all of them. Not all the union data members are initialized. They are also used by interchanging value at a time. Now this slide is showing the basic difference between the structure and union. Again, it is a common question asked in the examination. For the structure, the struct key is the keyword, and for the union is the struct keyword. Now for the size, the size of the structure is greater than or equal to the sum of the size of its member, while in the union case it is equal to the size of its largest member. In structure, each member within a structure is assigned unique storage area of location, while in the union it will be shared by individual member of the union. In structure, altering the value of a member will not affect other members of the structure, while in union altering the value of any member will always alter or change other member values, as we have seen in the previous slide example. In structure, individual members can be accessed at a time, while in union only one member can be accessed. In structure, several members of a student can initialize at a time, while union only the first member of the union can be initialized. I hope you get a clear concept between the structure and union. See you next time. Bye bye.